You need a shot of optimism this morning? This is it. In today's Java with Jamie, I got to sit down with mindfulness expert, podcast host, author, and red pen collector, Case Kenny.
Thank you for having Java with Jamie.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Cheers.
I got this very fancy blueberry matcha. What are you having?
Very, very plain black coffee. You know, just very, very manly for me, I guess. Simple, very simple. Am I the only one who doesn't want to settle down?
You've likely seen Case Kenny's short, digestible, inspirational quotes online with that signature red pen.
I usually joke that I share my feelings for a living. You could have a bad feeling, but still expect beautiful plot twists in the future.
Tell me about the red pen.
Oh, I always have them on me. I think red is like, hey, look over here. Remember this thing. Remember this clarity. Remember this standards.
He also wants his audience to get uncomfortable in order to grow.
If you're not pushing yourself to be uncomfortable mentally, emotionally, physically as well, on the emotional front, eventually you're going to realize, you're going to wake up and you're going to realize that your beliefs are outdated. We are always changing. We're never forcing positivity, because we always honor the feeling. We always honor. We say the bad feeling, but then we allow ourselves to have another sentence. A part of me feels anxious, for instance, but what? What is the hope? Things can't change. That's optimism for me. So in that reality, it's never toxic positivity. It's never forced, because we're always honoring how we feel, but then we're using language, witty language, clever language, creative language to say, okay, but something good can come from this. Something beautiful is around the corner.
Tell me about the new book, The Opposite of Settling.
It's a book about your relationship with yourself. The right partner makes you feel like more of yourself.
My husband and I now say is that we really feel like we make each other better people.
Beautiful.
You know, we consider ourselves growth mates, not soulmates.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Because we both want that, though, too, where I think a lot of people, sometimes it can be misaligned, where one person wants that and the other person doesn't know how to be that.
Kenny calls it Hope Core, making social media a more optimistic place, where instead of scrolling, users lead with purpose.
The challenge is you're not going to see it unless you consume it. If you consume the negative because it catches your eye or it's triggering in a way where you just watch it without thinking about it, you're going to get served more and more. That's how algorithms work, right? It responds to watch time and comments, and you know what elicits a reply and a comment more than something negatively relatable. So I think if you want to be more positive and you want to be more hopeful and you want to believe good things are possible, you have to train your algorithm a little bit.
How do you get to that place when we're at a place in society where there is so much negativity? There's negative news. People feel that everything's really heavy right now.
I refer to it as making trust your default. Write it down. What do you trust yourself to do? I do these believing in the power of the pen, words or spells. I think what really has my passion right now is events. I do a lot of these in-person events. I call them mantra, because really what I write are mantras, affirmations, reminders of pieces of clarity. And I do these ones for corporate groups and my own in stadiums and event spaces where I bring people together.
I want to talk about the difference between love and compatibility.
And for those looking for quick inspirations rooted in research and science, his podcast, New Mindset, Who Dis?
Yeah, I mean, I've done 700 episodes. SiriusXM Media picked it up 3 years ago, so I've had a lot of great support behind it. I have guests on occasionally, but the whole idea was when I was in my late 20s, kind of frustrated that I knew myself in my career, but didn't know myself personally. I didn't want to just be like, okay, well, let me talk to this person and borrow what they said or take their wisdom and try to apply it to my life. Obviously, I'm very inspired by other people, but I was like, I need to figure this out for myself. I need to use language that is personal for me. I don't want to interview someone and then subconsciously just take their beliefs and their expectations and their ambitions and make them my own. So the idea of putting myself in a creatively vulnerable position where I have to yap for 15 minutes on my own not only was a little scary, but also so personally revealing and vulnerable that immediately I started to be like, wow, like I didn't know I could do that. No, I didn't really know I thought that. Once you press record, it's like I just go into this state that I feel very vulnerable and creative. And yeah, I think that's what's helped me change. The more that you talk about these topics, the more that you read the book, I think we're going to realize that that spark is the thing. That is the thing that is going to make a relationship fulfilling. It's what's going to make it last. It's what's going to make you happy. We owe it to ourselves to really sit and think about that and to think about a relationship through that lens, as opposed to a lens of, do I feel in love? A lens of, am I liked and validated? What is that thing that brings you joy in life?
I had so much fun sitting down and talking with him
Yeah.
just about all of life. But, you know, he really does focus on relationships. And he didn't start out doing this. He was in sales. He did advertising and
Wow.
marketing. And then realized, as he said, that he wanted to learn more about himself. And now it's turned into this whole new career.
I know that he's
launched.
sharing with other people. You know, it's funny. I just made a point to follow some more accounts like this because when he says, you know, if you look at the negative stuff, which
Right.
sometimes catches your eye, you don't realize you're setting yourself up to see even more negative stuff.
Correct.
And we check Instagram and social media so much. I think it's so helpful to see positive images.
Positive, and like he said, it's not toxic positivity.
Right, where
still
you're
feel your
denying whatever you
feelings,
feel.
Right, but it's also, you know, he's somebody I started following. He used to talk a lot about red flags in relationships. So when I was single, I would go, why am I not looking at that red flag?
Sure.
He's now shifted his mindset too a little bit more positively of where you need to look at the green flags in relationships.
I kind of love this. Feeling your feelings, love, and a little therapy in
Yes.
there. All of our favorite things in one combo.
And if you want to check him out, he is going to be at the Grove Sunday at the Barnes & Noble at 11 a.m. with his new
Nice.
book and giving a little talk.
Okay, well, I'm following now. Love it, Jamie. All